as I said, the Comanches and the other native tribes of this area foraged here and hunted here for generations and generations, hundreds of years, maybe even thousands of years. There is some evidence of people living in prehistoric, seriously prehistoric people living and foraging here, even long before the what we call the Indians and those tribes and things like that. To my left is a rock, and it's not a normal rock. This is a mortar and pestle rock. This is a Native American kitchen. What would happen is the Native women would, gather things that they could eat. There were mesquite, beans actually were cookable. There was a whole bunch of stuff that we wouldn't think about eating today that they would eat. And very often what they would do is they would grind this stuff and make a mush or a meal or something like that out of it, out of a lot of things. And so a lot of wild things that existed in this area. What they would do is they'd take a post, say a branch of a fairly straight tree, like this one, let's say, and they would make a long post. And what they would do is they would put their berries or beans, their roots or whatever in these depressions, and they would start banging on them, okay, until they made some type of mush. And after they would do this for several generations, and that piece of lumber basically would make such a hole in this rock, they'd go to another depression and they would start another, okay? And here's where they had one here, but it doesn't go down as far. But they would start on that and they would mash other things up. These holes, some of them, this one here, has gone all the way through the rock. How many generations of a woman standing here with a rock or with a post banging into that rock did it take for that soft wood to hollow out a hole in this rock? How many generations did that take? And not only that, but they did it to several places. And they already started some new ones. Here's a real old one right here. These are mortar and pestle type operations. And so this big rock here was the mortar or the pestle, whatever. And it would and they would do this, make this. To this day, if you look closely, you can see discoloration from berries, or maybe they made pemmican, stuff like that with squirrel meat or whatever too. You can see that the side of this rock here is still stained from 1,000 years ago. Yes, people have lived here, foraged here for hundreds of thousands of years, and they've left their mark. Here's one example.